Welcome back to my Twisted Life TV with Poetry. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review. No, this is just going to be a quick review of Star Trek Discovery. Last week we had Light and Thunder. This week, man, what was this week's called? In Memory of, or something like that nature. I want to apologize. I have been slipping with these recaps. I've actually recorded them, and for some reason they have not been uploading, and I'm thinking that they uploaded and I haven't been checking. And the past 2 weeks have been really freaking good. Y'all know I was always complaining about the science of it, and I was complaining about the fact that they are trying to make it no more Trekkie style, so the old head Trekkies can like get involved and not hate on the show so much. And apparently this has been like one of the best seasons compared to last season. They have been renewed for season 3. I'm actually pretty excited about that. Whether or not I'm going to be reviewing it on this channel is up in the air. How I'm going to do it, it may be part of a whole sci-fi group. Do all my sci-fi shows in one recording instead of separately, because of the viewership on it. I got maybe 25 to 50 people that watches Star Trek Discovery when I used to have like 300, which is weird because, like I said, the viewership on the show is going up, but the viewership on the recaps are going down. Maybe people just don't like my flow. Anywho, so I'm just gonna briefly go over it. We learned that Section 31 is up to some shit. They up to some stuff. Being led by Philippa Georgiou, the Emperor. She has it out for Leland, and she wants to take Leland down and make him look bad in any way possible. So we found out that the ship that they thought was Spock's was really Philippa Georgiou, and she was tracking Spock. His ship was abandoned. She took it over, but then she went on the run, and they couldn't figure out why the hell she was running. Well, they want Michael to bring Spock back. That's pretty much what it was. You need to find your brother, get over your old feelings that you had or why you're not speaking to him, and bring him back. Bring him over to Section 31. Let us help him get him out of this mental state. At this particular time, they are just learning that Spock had already seen these red devil images and the doggone signals way before, you know, he actually disappeared, or he actually saw him when he was in psychiatric ward. So over the past couple weeks, what's been going on, we learned that Amanda, she knew where Spock was at. She had already found him. She was housing him. Her and Sarek it was button heads because Sarek was like, look here, woman, you are overstepping my authority. You are undermining my authority, so to speak. And she's like, I'm not under your authority. I'm your wife. We are partners, okay? This is our doggone son. The Vulcans have no sense of emotional connection, which is what the problem is between Michael and Spock. You know, she tried to make sure she's severed all emotional connections between her and Spock, so he wouldn't follow her the day that she ran away from home. Make him think that he shouldn't love her, that he was a broken specimen, a mixed breed, because he was half human and half Vulcan, you know. And as a child, you would take that to heart, like, ain't this some shit? You know, this woman telling me this was supposed to be my sister. I love you. No, you don't love me, and I don't love you, and don't follow me. So I'm blending everything together. So that's pretty much what's basically happening. We still over Saru's homeworld, and Pikey got to go investigate like this something that they're saying. It's like a probe that's calling them. They get trapped in like a time warp. They was doing like it seemed like it was doing like a 10-second delay, but then they realized that it was a 10-second premonition, so to speak. Like shit would happen, then 10 seconds later, then it happened for real in real time. And him and Tyler, Ash, had to go down there and figure out what the hell was going on while Michael off to go try to find Spock. Okay, and of course Pikey don't trust Ash. He was a damn Klingon. He was Volk. He killed Hugh. Hugh on the ship having his own issues right now. He don't feel like he himself. He has every memory of everything that happened before he got to that point. But with his new structured body and cells, he don't carry them same feelings. I ain't even sure if Hugh gay anymore. I really ain't sure, but I know that he ain't loving on old boss man Stamets. He ain't loving him. He don't want him to touch it. He recoil every time he reach out to him. Something is really going on with Hugh. He's not the same person. He understand that. Everybody done came back a little bit more badass. You know, Saru is a little bit more badass than he used to be ever since he done lost his ganglions. Like, he is testing the waters with the captain. He's speaking his mind. He allowed Ash and Hugh to get into a knockdown, drag out fight. Hugh was like, you motherfucker that killed me. I got beef with you. He came up, stepped to him, and had a fight with him in a doggone court in the cafeteria. And Tilly like, hey, we gonna stop this? No, we're gonna let this play out. We're gonna let this play out. Okay, anyway, what happened with Pikey and Tyler, when they went down there, they sent a probe out so the probe could look to find what they needed to see, what was going on down there. Well, the probe was commandeered by something octopusy looking. And then they started retracting all of their data in their system. They hooked onto the Discovery and pulling all their data. And they blew the thing up to try to break the connection. But what they didn't realize, it got into Arian. They said Arian, A-I-R-I. Arian, it got to Arian, the robot. It got to Arian. And now the robot is being controlled by whatever this thing was. Okay. I don't know why ain't nobody realized that her eyes ain't the same color that they used to be. I know she a robot, but she look different. Ain't nobody noticed it. So anyway, Michael finds Spock, like I said, down there with Amanda. And Amanda, she real salty towards Michael, like, whatever you did to my son, you know what I'm saying? I'm holding you fully responsible for his mental capabilities, because he could die. He could lose his all, you know, drive himself crazy and insane with all the hurt and pains, that something that's changed his life so grand. But she convinces them that she got to take Spock, and she gonna take Spock to Section 31, because that's what Sarek want her to do. That is what they need to do. But she take him over to Section 31, and Leland is trying to mindfuck him, trying to take all his memories out to make sure he don't remember shit, pretty much. Because when it all boils down to it, Leland is the enemy. Okay, Section 31 is the enemy in my opinion. And Joju is using this to her benefit, to gain control of Section 31. So she convinces Michael to escape with Spock. This is gonna be another mutiny girl, another doggone mutiny, but she did with him did it. They actually got into a good little fight. You know, the fight's supposed to be fake, but it looked real to me, boy. They was fighting like a mudsucker. But I think Joju would have kicked Michael's ass on her for real. But she go ahead and escaped to let them get out of there. And this was all to make Leland look bad. You know, the counselor's like, I can't believe that you had this breach. And Leland like, I'm gonna take full responsibility. Of course you will. Sure you will. George, you coming up with all these different things. I bet you Michael doing this. I bet you Michael doing that. You know, coming up with all these different ways of how Michael's gonna maneuver, because she knows her well. She does. And plus she helped her with the plan. So of course she know how to track her down. Well, Leland has a little secret of himself. He is the one who killed Michael's family. And he was the one trying to kill Michael. So it leads me to wonder, what really does he want with Spock? Does Spock really know the truth about who killed Michael's people? I mean, he knew the truth about her death. The Red Angel led him to him. And the Red Angel, by the way, is a human sort. I keep thinking the Red Angel is Spock. That's what I kept thinking. But the Red Angel is human, and it has like a exoskeletal skin on it with some mechanical wings. I still call the bitch a Red Devil. You know what I'm saying? So this mug is human, and this thing is actually foreshadowing what is going to happen. It is foreshadowing to them the end of the world in this universe, and it's up to Spock to stop it. That's what he believes. He has to make some moves, change some things in order for them to stop this catastrophe from happening. So, oh shit, I feel like something was crawling on the back of my leg. That was creepy. I don't like stuff crawling on me. So, this is pretty much what's going on. Like, what really got me about this last episode, though, is that they brought in the old Star Trek. I mean, they brought in the old scenes from Captain Pike and Spock when they went to Talos, and when they met those people, and they met that chick, Vina, who was so dreamy, and Pike fell in love with her. Well, Spock has to go back to Talos again. And he went back to Talos because he knew these people could like jump into his mind and get past the crazy and see what really happened. And come to find out, Spock didn't kill those medical personnel. When he left, he just did the Vulcan press on them and knocked them out. They wasn't dead. So we know for a fact that somebody else came in there and killed them. This probably was Leland. But Michael was still questioning like, so you really didn't kill him? And Spock in his feelings like, so you in my doggone head and you still got the right to question me? You still have no faith in me? He's still salty. He real pissed off. He said he understand what she did. She tried to break that emotional connection, but she's trying to tell him, look, I was trying to save you as well. He ain't trying to hear that. He said that whatever you did, whatever your reasons been, it doesn't matter because it made me the person that I am today. It helped me see all logic instead of using humanity. You know, you made me who I am, so fine. But he wasn't happy with her at all. Their relationship ain't gonna be repaired, I don't think, in my opinion. And I really don't care for it too. Now this Spock, I love the sound of his voice. I love the sound of his voice. His mysteriousness, though, I'm not like, I don't know. He seems really bitter, and which is so contradictory for me as a Vulcan. Why are you so angry if you're not leaning, pulling on your human emotions? You're really angry with Michael. You hate her at this point. Let's see, what else is going on? There's not really much going on with Tilly. Saru just, ain't doing too much either at this point. Tyler and Ash still going at it. Tyler, they still don't trust Ash at all. Ash is being played and he don't even realize he's being played. Everybody on the ship think that he's responsible for what's going on with the breach, all the data being taken. They tried to transport Michael and them they got Section 31 over there to Spock and Michael. They got caught up with them, and they was trying to transport them back first, and Section 31 got there first. Because he was always like, Section 31, we'll find him. They will find him. So everybody thinking Tyler is the one who wanted us to not show up and not help them out. He's the one. Well, come to find out that the Talos, they helped them project onto the Section 31 ship, and they really wasn't there. They was really on Discovery. So now Discovery has mutinied against Starfleet, and they on the run. They on the run, y'all. And everybody on their team, but they hadn't realized at this point that Arian is fucking with them. They still don't know at this point. And every once in a while, they look at her like something is off, but nobody has said nothing yet, which is throwing me off. But that's pretty much everything that's really going on with Star Trek. There's so much more that I missed, but I don't really have time to go through both of those recaps. Just let y'all know I am still here. I'm trying to keep up with them for the end of the season. I think we got at least 3 or 4 more episodes. This is just episode 8 that just happened this weekend. So hopefully y'all will still come back and watch, y'all 25 to 50 people who loyal to the show. I appreciate it. If there's anything else important that I have missed, we're just going over this briefly, y'all leave it down in the comment sections. And I thank y'all again. Peace out.